She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't getting too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct.
Well, to no one's surprise, Coach, it is a snowy afternoon in upstate New York as you get a peek at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Check. Watch it before. It's our time.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strong left.
This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, and it's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Watch 49. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, ready? 49. Got that.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Throw left side here into the hands of Wesco, the tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
49's a Mike. 49's a Mike. Hey, 80. Check.
They'll run. This is Powell. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Powell takes it from Darnold. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell. His 5th touchdown now. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
And doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 now. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Allen to throw it, and that will be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Guys, out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes You don't want to take your horse right to the front and let him do all the work and then someone catch him at the end and pass him up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Lorenzo Alexander racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run here with Singletary. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 36, Allen throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
They're on the 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Set the tone, defense. Set the go.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that is incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss? Gets his confidence back up, and who knows? They may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
57 to Mike. Hey. Slam. Gun. Watch out. General West.
From the 16, Allen. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Here's Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Darnold now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now it's Darnold. This one caught over the middle by Burnett. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
And the Jets' 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now a run with Singletary. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. McCoy, 5th season with the Bills after those 6 in Philadelphia. And remember, he had 4 or 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just about 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. They did turn 31 back in July. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw with Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. 57's the mic.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And again, it's Allen. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now Allen again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Allen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Nebraska now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here I come. Waiting. Here I come. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. You ain't going nowhere.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Letting one go deep for a noon wall. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Crunch time, defense.
Allen now looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Allen. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. And Foster loses the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check. Motion.
Red 80.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Red 80. Give me that ball. Greystone, travel. Check.
A first down throw, Darnold. Over the middle, he's got the tight end, Wesco. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Darnold, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. And that's caught by Beasley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
McCoy, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Montgomery. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw, it's Allen, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Alert, alert, alert.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, throw left side, complete. It's Montgomery. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Darnold completes it, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
Now Darnold keeps it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 41, Darnold. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd and short.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery, a first down and then some. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That good for 19 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The tackle there by Brian Poole. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere there to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Again, Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ty Montgomery unable to get to the marker. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On second down, Singletary. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now it's Gore. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Well, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple.
Under 10, 10. Oh, 80.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jerry Hughes. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Stay with your man.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half,